Welcome back to Sigil Confidential.
Good evening.
Here we are once again, back in the City of Doors. We were done feeding the food dog, checking our horoscopes, and pondering whether illegal acts such as murder should exist in the afterlife. I mean, you're already there. So when we last left off, we had investigated our second murder scene at the Shattered Temple, which led to an exciting little altercation. Would anyone like to recap that?
Yeah. So we investigated the murder, and Kasey was able to figure out that the macabre art installation this time was of the plain Acheron. As he turned around, Master saw the killer smiling at him, at which him and Nil, well, not Nil at the time, but Kasey and Bryn, invisibly, followed closely behind. And as we rounded the corner, we found Kaylene collapsed on the floor dead with several slash marks. So Nil runs up. They are able to do a quick revival of Kaylene and was able to save him. Meanwhile, Jimmy and Tember, because Tember had just arrived on the scene, ran up to check on Factal Terrence and see if there were going to be any more murders. And Nil did follow them at this point. And then there was a really barmy effect that started, wherein we heard a cacophony of voices swirling all around as the area got darker. And as Nil revived Factal Terrence and his right-hand man, Jimmy made the realization that it was ritual magic of some sort, and we ran out of the Factal's room and saw the lady, supposedly dismantling the ritual magic, spotted us and then floated away. So we had an encounter with the Lady of Pain herself. And then where we left off, we had gathered the victims into one of the cells, and we were interrogating them as to what they saw. And we have a little more questioning to that end, too.
All right. Very, very good. So, without further ado, let's resume. So you guys were questioning.
Or preparing to, at least.
Okay. Ask away.
Okay, we've got the Factal, we've got Kalen, we've got his Gith buddy, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. The basically the librarian.
We'd already asked them one question, and they said that it was the lady's work. Them being slashed.
Well, they said it was a lady, if I remember correctly. But yeah, ask away if you have any other questions.
Well, there's a few.
All right.
Let's see. Are we all in that cell? Are we in the cell right now?
I believe you gathered everyone.
Yes.
We had done a loop. We had checked. Nobody else had been violently eviscerated.
No.
All 9 of us, because I checked before I cast Tiny Hut.
Yeah. Conveniently.
Jimmy's sitting on the ground in front of or next to the Factal, rubbing his face. He says, "You'll have to excuse me if I'm a little shook. You had a visitor."
Yeah, I noticed. Kind of rubs where the wounds were. Still a little tender.
Yeah, did you happen to catch exactly who that was?
No, it's very fast. Shadows, a lot of shadows. It was like just came out, tendrils reaching just from everywhere. Next thing I know, searing hot pain ripped across my whole being. Then this.
Might be for the best that you didn't see too close. We got a better look.
So you saw who did this?
Yeah.
Who was it?
Are you sure you want to know?
Well, I mean, my faction's been attacked. Yes.
I don't know that you're gonna want to characterize it like that. You have been paid a visit by our dear lady.
Our dear lady.
Yes.
As in the lady who killed the god that this temple was originally for and then left it in ruins. That lady.
Yeah, that's the one.
Are you saying she's behind the murder?
Nah, I doubt that. If that's, if that's true, I'm basically off the job. She shows up killing somebody, you let that slide. No, she got pulled in, I think. That body was working ritual magic while we were standing around, shooting the breeze, basically. I think it got big enough to grab her attention. She showed up a little mad.
The corpse was doing ritual magic.
More the corpse was some ritual magic. I'm sure you saw. Most dead bodies don't have bits of themselves floating around like that.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, I've seen stranger things.
True, but a lot of those are magic too.
But why would she attack us? We have nothing to do with this.
Not my place to question that one.
As if she hasn't done enough already.
Listen, buddy. I like you, at least enough that, we went a little out of our way to save your lives.
And I'm grateful.
You wind up with beef with her, I'm going to be staying away. I'm sure you understand.
Yeah, of course.
But that's just, the cherry on top of the day. I'm going to ask you a few other questions, not related to that, to take both of our minds off of it while we're here.
He seems a little distracted, but he's listening.
I got a little info on the victim. What more can you tell me?
Like what? What are you looking for? I mean, she was well known.
It's true. But I have one particular question that I do want to know. There was a statement from you in the paper.
I'll pull the paper up just so that everyone at home can see.
Yeah.
And what statement? What are you talking about?
Kasey's paying particular attention at this point.
Jimmy actually probably still has that copy. Either that or the master has it. Does the master have the paper?
I don't know.
Rummage. Here it is.
Ah, thanks, master. He whips it out, he shakes it a little loose of the paper, and he turns it around to Terrence. He says, right here, the Aethar Factol, Terrence, visibly shaken. Somebody come and take a statement from you?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I would like to insight check. Jimmy is looking very closely because he expected this to be a tricky question.
All right,
Yeah. So is Kasey.
that's fair.
I guess so is the master now that I'm here. If I can get my page to load.
I have no skill with that, so I'm not gonna.
Let's see.
I'm behind invisibly, like, you know, I'm an invisible presence watching all this. I would like to inside check myself for my own purposes.
All right. Yeah.
Come on, load!
Damn.
Yeah. As far as you can tell, he's on the level.
So Jimmy reiterates. So just to be sure, you didn't give this statement. Nobody came talk to you.
No. Who? Why? What? This doesn't even make sense. I don't follow your line of questioning. Why? I mean, we told the Harmonium, of course. We reported it, and apparently a word made its way to you. But beyond that, like, why would we tell anyone else? No one else should even know.
Nah.
Sus.
Jimmy folds the paper back up and hands it to Master again. Ah.
Alright. Throw that away.
Second question. Do you have any idea when she may have been unattended, nobody else around, for the killer to even, strike?
I mean, Sar worked on her own, independently most of the time. She wasn't personable. Let's just say she was a bit barmy by most accounts, and well, just
Happens.
wasn't the most likable individual.
Happens.
Most cutters gave her wide berth.
Now, not to put too much store in that article, they're falsifying statements from you, but it mentions she had a defiler handler who reported in.
Well, I mean, that's not wrong.
When did that happen?
The defiler handler?
The report specifically mentions she was on an errand, failed to come back. When did word make it to you?
When we stumbled across her body. That's what I'm saying. None of this makes sense. I don't know where you're getting these. What is this? The daily chant? Where did you get this?
It's on sale all over the hive. Jimmy says that, but he doesn't actually know if it's true.
I mean, is this... Maybe this is the killer.
Don't you worry. Leave the suspecting things to us.
I mean, to be fair, it wouldn't be the first time that someone making the news is the one making the news.
Yeah, I like that.
Fair.
I like that. All right, so you guys found the body yourselves, and it was the first time you had any real sign anything was wrong. What time was that?
That we stumbled across the body.
Yes.
Making our morning rounds.
If you don't mind, seeing as I don't know your habits around here, can you give me some hours?
Probably... I don't know. I mean... obviously it was just maybe 3 or 4 hours after peak.
Hmm.
3 or 4 in the afternoon? That's late.
I mean, that's when I found her.
Oh, that was out of character.
Oh yeah, no, that's when when he found her. 3 or 4.
Could you remind me, if you will, Church, when we arrived?
Trying to remember the exact time you guys actually pulled in.
We left in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't have taken you that long to get to where you're at. Maybe an hour or so, maybe 2. So, I mean, it would have been early.
Mm-hmm. Did we arrive here before 3 or 4 hours after peak is the question.
Yeah, definitely. You arrived before peak.
Are they claiming the body was found yesterday?
Yeah.
All right. Late yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Not even late, like mid-afternoon yesterday.
And this is where things are going to get real barmy.
Wait, late afternoon yesterday and like last night, the ghost was running from the killer and he wasn't done with the art installation.
Like I said, this is where things are going to get real barmy.
Oh yeah, this is the fun part.
Fuck me.
So, Jimmy has very strong reason to believe this a lie. Shall I insight check him again?
If you'd like, you're more than welcome.
There you are, sir.
I want to do it as well. This is... Bryn's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, as far as you can both tell, he's on the level. He's not.
Welcome back.
I'd like to insight check this.
You as well?
Yes.
All right. Go for
Not good.
it. Same. He's on the level.
Nil's too busy being proud of themselves to to check. They're just like playing like the Hallelujah chorus in their head and just holding their hands out like,
I won.
Okay.
I did it.
So, at this stage, Jimmy has not mentioned that he has any evidence to the contrary and will not be doing so.
Okay.
Just, to point that out. But he's no longer just listening. He's pulled out the notebook. He's writing as he goes.
Just
This
one more
becomes
question.
very important.
Bryn is pushing her hair back with her hands at this point. Still invisible, but she's just like...
Oh. Okay. Well, in that case, I have this little thing that I can do. I'm just gonna copy paste real quick.
Okay.
I have eye for detail. I'm gonna make a perception check when Prim does that.
Well, Prim's... Bryn is invisible.
Yeah, if she's brushing her hair, she's making sounds.
Oh, all right. That would be a really difficult one, though, to hear someone brush their hair back.
And
and
breathing.
blow out air pretty silently.
Yeah. I tell you what, that's a decent roll. You don't hear somebody brush their hair back or anything, but you have that sixth sense feeling that there's another pair of eyes on you. That's not obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy proceeds with the line of questioning. Could you detail the rest of your day after that?
He looks genuinely confused when you ask that question. Like, wait. What are you asking me?
Something sparks in Jimmy's mind. What's today's date?
It's Regulus, isn't it?
Yeah? What day of Regulus?
It's Is it the 10th?
It's not the 10th of Regulus.
No, it's gotta be. Is it the 10th? He looks around.
Search.
He looks around at.
Please
Sorry.
inform the audience what day it is.
It is the 8th, if I'm not mistaken.
There we go.
He looks around at the other people in the room, like obviously like pleading with his eyes that somebody will back him up. You look around as he's doing this, and you see Hobart and Kaylee, and they also seem to be very confused, both of them.
Are they confused by him, or do they also appear to be dazed?
They're searching their minds, trying to figure out the answer to your question. And you hear them kind of, is it the 11th? Is it the 5th? Is it still Regulus? My birthday's in Regulus. You know, just...
They've had their memories shifted.
They've been fucked up quite badly.
Interesting.
Huh.
My. That is fascinating.
It's not ideal, is what it is.
Fair point.
True.
Memories being something of our stock and trade.
Yes.
So, as you're pondering this, Terrence kind of stands up and brushes himself off. He says, look, I'm not feeling 100%.
No, I wouldn't imagine you are. You guys have, you got medics on site, don't you? Everybody should have medics.
He still kind of looks confused, but you see him absentmindedly, almost like muscle memory, reach up, and he starts kind of thumbing his holy symbol. And you kind of hear him say, medic. Do I need healing? Maybe somebody here can heal me.
Can I help them with their mental stuff?
Like it appears like it's just steadily getting worse, like before your eyes.
All right.
Can I assist
right, come
them
with me.
the Because I know I have like psychic inquisition, and I can like invade someone's thoughts, but can I just like assist them holistically with that stuff? Or
You're gonna have to tell me exactly what you want to do.
okay, hang on.
There's a very specific thing that's happening here.
Okay,
If I knew about
Okay.
Morlock.
Okay, Ransack Mind says that I can probe one creature's mind and reach the ability's full duration. The target must make 3 int saves, and you learn information from it based on the number of saving throws it fails.
Okay, is that what you want to do?
So
Oh,
if I worked with them, I could learn their key memories for the last 48 hours if they were willingly failing their saves for that ability.
Sure. Here.
Okay.
Is it you doing this to Terrence?
Whoever seems to be the most aware, most cognizant, most present at the moment.
Well, I mean, without you guys getting meta,
Hmm.
I'm just going to point out that a 19th level cleric is thumbing his holy symbol, wondering how he's going to get healed.
Yes,
Camden.
and Jimmy has wrapped his
He's the
arm
worst.
around him and said, all right, if this guy's going to go nuts, it's going to be in front of company, so they don't blame us for it.
Okay.
So, do you want to try it with him?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you hold Jimmy's stopping you there as you start to like do your thing. Can you hold it until we get him out where people can't blame us when it goes wrong?
Okay, what are we going back to base?
No, hell no. We're walking round the corner to the rest of his people in like the damn refectory or something.
Okay,
All right.
let's go then.
You can bring all three of them?
Yeah.
All right. So they're all kind of mumbling and stumbling and dazed really bad. So you get them in front and people kind of looking at you like, what is going on? What are you doing? What's happening? You know, like you can hear them mumbling amongst themselves.
I pick one at random and start running them through some quick questions. Hey, clear and present mind? What's today's date?
It's Regulus, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Regulus. What day of Regulus?
Is it the 2nd?
Son of a bitch.
Oh, fuck.
I try a couple, but I imagine I get no more love.
No.
Well,
The entire area? Wow.
if they're all out of their heads, can't blame us for shit. So just sit them down someplace calm in the refectory.
All right. So we're in the refectory. All right, so... And, Master, you wanted to... Or no, it's Nil doing this, right? You wanted
God, to be 9th level right now, that'd be pretty sweet.
We're getting there.
The master's just sitting by with popcorn, like...
So Nil wants to ransack this poor man's mind?
Politely.
Politely. I'm going to give him a save. What's your DC?
And save against this. Should have this written down by now. It's not in here. Why isn't it in here?
Is it higher than a 7?
Yes.
Okay. Then he
Literally
failed.
anything. Discipline save DC is 8
I
plus
see that
proficiency
-6.
plus intelligence, so it's gonna be
No.
16, right?
So yeah, he failed his first one.
Yeah, 16.
So the first bit of information that you get is that he had a nice poop this morning. Would you like to try for number 2?
Yes.
Nope, no pun intended.
How dare you?
Okay.
Nice.
Second, let's see. 10.
Fail.
He's hungry.
I don't think he can succeed at all.
Should we try for number 3?
Yeah, it's not like it costs more points. I'm just gonna do it, yeah. Wow, -3.
-3.
Yeah.
Ooh.
He's as you hit that third one, you get nothing but like the sound of, you ever heard a record when it gets to its end and just sits there and spins?
We got dead air.
And he's at this point, like, all three of them are just kind of sitting there absent-mindedly staring off into space and drooling slightly, and the rest of the people around you are starting to sit down and do the same.
Oh yeah, I know what's going on
cast
here.
Mass Feeble Mind?
That.
Yeah.
What is happening?
Holy shit.
Jimmy doesn't know about Feeble Mind.
No.
So Jimmy's response is to grow incredibly disturbed. But he has worked out the gist of it. All of these people have been brain trained via magic.
Or poison. Or drugs.
Yeah.
That's some powerful
Yeah.
drugs.
I mean, Kasey's looking at the back of their heads trying to figure out if some invisible mind flayer's just been chomping on them.
They were
I
they were a damn bit sharper than this when we first showed up.
Yeah.
If I knew what it was that was doing this, then I could try to do something to reverse it, but I don't know.
That's alright. Your character wouldn't either, really.
Mm.
This is...
Out of us.
This is pretty high-level stuff.
This isn't a disease because
Could-
it's everybody.
It could be.
Now say, boss, who out of us would be best suited to arcane knowledge?
Not it. Both of me.
Jimmy
Not it.
points in the direction of Timber. He says, try that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, you would know.
Timber, you've been tapped.
You have some knowledge on some things. So,
Well, search your memory banks, please. Please tell us what could possibly do this.
let's see. Do I have any idea?
Come on, Arcana check.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Church, that is a 21 Arcana check from Tember.
I'm trying to figure out how to...
Phrase it.
So, Timber, right off the bat, I'll say that you'll figure out on a singular level that this is very obviously the effects of a feeble mind spell. However, you are unaware of anything that could do this unless there were a group or somebody like uber powerful that just hit everyone silently, without fail, in this entire temple. So it's a bit of a mystery there.
I think this is a discussion we should have outside of the temple. There is a possibility this is an area fact, and we're standing.
I'm in danger.
Good point. See, I'm glad you showed up, Timber. I don't think it's safe to leave these people around here, but honestly, I don't know who I'd get to watch them anyways.
It's not like they can move around and get up to anything.
Honestly, I wouldn't trust them with a kitchen fire right now.
It doesn't look like they're going anywhere anytime soon.
I mean, come on, trees are more mobile than these people.
Jimmy's thinking hard. Make a knowledge determination for me, Church. Based on Jimmy's understanding of the factions and their interplay, would it be reasonable or safe to refer in another faction to handle this, or would it just destroy the Aethar immediately?
No, I mean, all the factions have, and you would know this, all the factions have allies and enemies, as it were. I think this group isn't particularly one of those ones that readily reaches out for help very often.
Bit of a problem, yeah.
But I'm gonna say, based upon your knowledge of the Athar, the area, and politics as they are, even though it's not your strongest suit, you will remember that the little tiefling that is now drooling on himself, Callons, was very, very hopeful, very enthusiastic and cheerful, and kept mentioning the need to go and check on his family. So, putting two and two together, there are two well-known businesses in this otherwise desolate area. Everything that tries to open here generally fails because of the area that it's in. There's just no traffic. People don't come here for fun. But there's a very popular tavern with the Aethar called the South Duck, and a mercantile house called the Generous Coin nearby. So chances are his family is either working in or running one of those two places.
It's something.
If you
Somebody we can hand this mess off to and get the hell out of here.
wash your hands of it.
Yeah, Jimmy doesn't want this. This is not his business.
This is fair.
He voices the plan to the group. He says, shit. It'll have to do. You think we can go get his family? They're going to be, like, if they're not literally here in the temple, it's going to be, like, two places, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It is. From my stunning executive acumen, I can tell you, I don't want to be responsible for any of this. So, yeah, no, we're tripping out right now. Let's go.
All right.
I step back out of the refectory and I take a moment to look to the left where the body was.
Okay. What are you
What
looking
was it?
for in particular?
Did it vanish when the lady had finished dispelling whatever magical effect was ongoing?
It just kind of plopped down more or less where it should be.
Is it still there?
The pieces, yeah. Yeah, it's all still there in all its glory.
Good enough. Turn the other way and start making for whichever of the buildings is the closer of the tavern and the merchant shop.
Hold on, Treasure sent you a whisper.
Yeah, I gotcha. There. Sorry. I was getting multiple messages there.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, the closest one's going to be the South Duck. If you're wanting to do what I think you want to do, you can try the other one. But the South Duck will be the closest.
Mm-hmm.
It is open currently.
Fine by me.
Right. So you walk in.
Yeah. Who's about?
As a young human bartender, he was leaned over the bar, half asleep, kind of woke up and shook his head. And said, oh goodness! Kind of tucks his shirt in. Oh, sorry, I haven't seen you here before. What can I do for you?
I'm just on business, I'm afraid. I'll gladly buy something for your trouble, though, if you can help me out. Looking for the family of Tiefling, works down in Shattered Templar, Callon. He does like their greeting and such.
Kayleen?
Yeah, that'd be him.
What? Has he done something?
Nah, he wants me to run a message for him.
Oh, well, I'd be happy to take that for you.
All right, I gotta deliver it personally. I'm not in their faction, but it's kind of faction business, you know?
Oh, yes, of course. Well, he's family here. Whatever could he do?
All right, well, you know, you'll do. I know this is kind of a big favorite bar of theirs. They got in some trouble down at the temple. They could really use some of their people who were not there today to help them out.
I'm gonna do an insight. When he said that, you know, his family here kind of thing, I'm gonna do an insight check to see whether he's actually family, or or just friends of the family kind of thing.
All right. Obviously not blood, but close enough.
Yeah. Okay. I don't.
It's easy to tell that tiefling blood. It stands out.
Could be an alu fiend.
Does
Not
Does it?
always.
Well,
Does it
this
stand
guy's
out?
just human, like a vanilla human
He's
of any
very-
variety.
You know, two humans can have sex and have a baby, and the baby can be a tiefling, right?
Yeah,
Was
that's my
actually
point.
about to mention that.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
that's
doesn't
right.
stand out.
That's how
Great
it
minds
still
think
works.
alike.
Yeah.
You know how
Well, I'll say he's too young to be a father. Could potentially maybe be a brother or even an uncle, but
or
You-
cousin.
you get the feeling that this is more of an adoptive family.
He is well loved locally.
Yeah, the concern in his eyes is genuine.
Good
Yeah,
to know.
Casey won't interject then.
Okay.
Anyways, I've told him that. I say, yeah, you send somebody down there. Last I saw him, Callon was in the refectory up there at the front. But, it's a bit of a mess, if I'm being honest with you.
Oh well, I'll go check on him right now then.
Take some help.
Uh,
My advice.
Yeah, of course.
Jimmy, I think you're kind of downplaying the scenario somewhat. I mean,
I'm sure they can work it out.
We'll get it.
I turn to the dude and go, good luck, and also, don't panic.
Yeah, that's important. Don't panic. You got this.
Panic.
Don't panic.
Don't do that. Don't do that. It'll be fine.
Are you taking me for a coney?
Not at all.
Oh, you know what? I'll just go see for myself.
All right. Remember, take friends. And Jimmy's turning to leave.
Can't get out fast enough. Jimmy's like, I'm gonna give him the laugh later. All right. So anyway, he goes in the back and comes out with about 3 other people, and they go kind of rushing. They usher you guys out, put the closed sign up, and start heading that direction.
Mm-hmm. Jimmy takes a deep, deep breath on the street, just for the feeling of it.
Oh, it stinks in Sigil.
Casey looks at Jimmy and oh, you know, that's one problem solved, I guess.
Solved. Given away.
Same thing.
As far as that's concerned, yeah. There's professional, and then there's just taking on other people's troubles.
I think I'm gonna like working for you.
I hope we're still around to work for come a month from now.
Fair play.
Master?
Yeah, he said 4 instead of with. That was his first mistake.
You can tell they have history. So where do we go from here?
Jimmy actually turned to Master with exactly that question. What the shit do we do?
Now you want to involve me. This is great.
Oh,
All right. Yeah. Obviously, we don't want to go back there. Well, I'm not the brilliant mind of strategy that I used to be on this, so I'm probably gonna just follow you on this one. I don't have any ideas as to what will be the best course of action, but I do think somehow within the vagaries of my mind that you have a source of contact that might have some insight into this current situation to which I am not currently made available.
Well, damn, I hope so. I don't know. We'll find out if she turns up. Shit.
this is
You know
fair.
what? That was a bit of an experience for everybody.
Also fair.
We're gonna have to talk it over back in the relative safety of headquarters.
All right.
But on the topic of headquarters, I think we do owe a man a kitchen.
This is true. He was a little upset.
Murderer or no murderer, we cannot afford to be evicted right now. Let's stop off and see what we can get done.
All right. So what is the plan then? Do you want to stop off at headquarters first, or are you heading straight out shopping?
Or
Or would you like to
where
split the
would we
party?
be going? Because we need a general contractor functionally. I imagine the market board.
Well, now, here's the thing about Sigil. General contractors, probably not going to find. Just because things don't really work that way. Oh, thank you, Simon. Sorry, I don't get pings in Discord when I have the overlay running.
No problem.
Okay. Got you. So, what you're going to want most likely is to purchase what you need and install it yourself. Now, granted, it's Sigil. You're probably not going to need. It's not like you need an electrician and a plumber and like you would normally. You're putting in a stove and a pipe, which is basically busting a hole in the wall for it to go out of. It's nothing overly complex for you to figure out. Especially with the brains in your party, I'm sure you could definitely manage.
Well, you did mention that we need some sort of architect to fix the hole in the floor.
Potentially. Once again, like specialties like that are really hard to come by without getting some nutter.
Stone and Cog.
I think we can afford some nutter.
Possibly.
Stone and Cog gets contracted a lot by the city.
Yeah.
So
if you want to deal with that first, the contracting.
I think we stop off and we at least make some purchases before we return. Maybe it'll improve our landlord's mood.
Hopefully.
Jimmy looks around at the assembled motley crew. I have a very important question for all of you. Does anyone actually know how to cook?
You feel an invisible hand tap you on the shoulder twice.
Okay, that's a perception check right there.
Invisible.
Hey, you make a sound when you tap
His
somebody.
shirt's gonna move.
It's okay.
His clothes are gonna move when you tap him on the shoulder. I'm standing right next to him. What do you mean invisible?
It's okay. It's okay.
You make sounds and stuff.
So that wasn't enough to notice. You are in a city.
You can be invisible, but you're still making sounds unless you're actively stealthing all the time.
No, it's alright.
You can't tap somebody on the shoulder and not have their shoulder go down when you tap it.
It's okay.
I mean, I know it's just like a really soft tap.
What was that?
It'd be like very, very like.
What was that?
So that's 9 perception.
You got rats living in your clothes,
13
Jimmy?
and 16.
I know. +9, and I rolled that.
So it didn't quite pull it off. Don't worry.
All right. Does anybody visible answer?
No.
Neil saw it. Oh, I'm sorry. I had to.
Oops.
No, it's hilarious. I don't care. It's hilarious.
Yeah. Well, and I should say that you guys should be rolling your passive perception.
Oh.
Well, technically, passive is never rolled, as far as I understood it.
Well, I mean, if you want to try and see somebody's shirt rustle while they're moving through a busy street in a city.
That's true.
Oh, we're moving? Okay, never mind. Yeah, I just
true.
noticed that something tapped him on the shoulder, but I don't know what it is.
Everyone's trying to see all this stuff. Like, you are walking
just
through a bustling city
Do I notice something else then?
You notice?
I mean, if you really want to use my passive, that's like 24.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Okay, I didn't. My passive's garbage. So let's just not even pretend.
Casey's a little messed up.
Yeah, no.
But before we go completely off the rails here.
Sorry.
Casey's occasionally a paranoid schizophrenic, but
yeah.
you know.
No, and that's fine. That's fine. I'm not saying don't do it or can't do it, but
I mean, he actively has conversations with himself, or at least what
Seems
might
to.
be himself.
Yeah.
Or seems to have conversations with himself.
I do too. I can't say anything.
I mean, I'm always in agreement with myself. No, I'm not. Yes, I am.
So, what I was going to say, though, is Nil does actually notice something. I will give you that. It's not a tap on Jimmy's shirt, though. It's that you're being followed.
Okay. A. Testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. Just pinging everybody around me in succession. We have a tail.
Okay. Give me one
This is
second.
not a drill. This is not a drill. We have a tail. Don't look, but we have a tail.
Okay.
You hear that in your mind,
Mhm.
like, because I have telepathy, so I'm not like gonna say that we have a tail out loud,
Okay.
obviously.
Jimmy
Okay.
thinks back to you. I don't know if you can even hear it when he does that. Can you describe them without looking back yourself?
I've got this.
Uh,
Someone take my hand and lead me. Will you? I'm just going to be temporarily blind.
Take my
If that's okay.
hand.
1 second while I make sure that I can hear thoughts back with telepathy. Don't need to understand the language. Must be able to.
You should be
understand
able
his
to.
own language or be telepathic themselves. Yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah. We're good.
All right,
Great.
so
Just had to consult the 28-page PDF that is my character sheet.
So, what are you doing, Kasey, specifically?
Well, hopefully someone will take his hand and help lead him. But
I'll do
he's
it.
Okay, cool. He is going to put his consciousness and look through the eyes of Hicks. Hicks will stay invisible, flying, 10 foot above.
Is Hicks
And will.
Is Hicks with you? I thought Hicks was doing something else.
Well, she will be in the morning.
Okay.
When the newspaper.
So specifically in the morning that'll happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's fine then.
So yeah, she's floating above. She's gonna face back to wherever Nil was talking about.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be looking through her eyes, and she's gonna stay still while we carry on moving forward.
All right. So give me perception.
I can describe them. I just got the keen mind feat.
Well, all you saw was a brief glimpse of somebody ducking behind an alleyway. So you didn't get a look at them, but you saw that you were obviously being followed.
Okay, so he'll see more detail. I can't.
Yeah. All right. So nothing right off the bat. They're probably hiding, like out of sight, hiding.
Oh yeah. Well,
but if you're gonna sit there, I'll give you another shot.
Yeah, she's gonna stay still while we move on. So hopefully, eventually, he'll have to move out of stealth, and
All right. So
at some point.
So yeah, you guys move on. Go ahead and make your second roll.
Oh, good God!
Awesome.
Jesus.
What's that, Tember?
This is like a complete opposite from the last session.
I swear to God, that fairy's just looking up in the air going, what?
Huh?
What?
What?
Ooh,
I
bright,
would
funny
also-
sunshine. Ooh, butterfly.
Hey, what's that, Timber?
I would like to do something as well.
What you got?
I look over at Jimmy and be like, I'll be back in a moment. I'm going to break off,
Mhm.
disappearing into a crowd. And once I'm out of eyeshot, I am going to turn invisible and use the Raven.
Okay. Poof. Well, let's get your attempt to see what's following as well then.
Using the Raven, which is not quite as good as you'd think it would be at seeing.
It's easily distracted by colorful, shiny objects.
Yeah. Apparently,
both
Sim,
are.
that's a Hicks.
Oh!
There we go. So, Tember, do you want me to say out loud what you see, or you want to keep it to yourself?
You can say it out loud.
Okay.
Information will be shared once the Raven talks.
It's a odd-colored, slightly erratically moving Modron is following the group.
That's not the eye box, is it?
The Modron is, yes, the eye box.
That's the same eye box that's been following me. I've seen that thing 15 times.
He's quick.
How would I not be able to give a physical description of the eye box that's been following me since I got here?
Like I said, you didn't see him. You saw something duck behind the alley as you turned.
Wow. All right.
Wow.
A cloaked
I am-
figure.
Going to have the Raven fly over and land.
Land
on
where?
someone's shoulder. I don't know whose.
It's the master. What the hell? It's a bird.
Flying snake versus flying bird.
That
Chris is
usually
just
goes
like,
to the bird.
Hi, how are you?
This is true.
Can I
No.
tell you about my Lego collection?
Can I interest you in pamphlets about our Lord and Savior, Quetzalcoatl?
Oh no.
Our Lord and Savior?
That's
Would you like to do the skateboard?
Serpent.
Do the skateboard?
Yes. Hi babe, I am real man. Do you want to do the skateboards?
The worst. He's just the worst in every situation.
So
It's horrible.
so you land on
Well, the master. Let's make
yeah,
it
the master.
It'll
You
be
land
fun
on
that
the
way.
master. The Raven lands on your shoulder, master.
I look over.
It
at
says
the
I have
bird
control
and
of
I'm
it.
like, What are you?
Oh wait,
Hello?
is that? No, I think that's Timber said
I
something
have
about
control
a
of
bird.
its actions, and the Raven has in its description that it can mimic simple sounds.
Yeah, like a kinku.
Can I use it to speak? That I have control of its actions. I'm able to use my own mind.
What
Uh,
are you?
I'll say you can
Bird?
say your name. So as the master says, "Who are you?" You go, Tember.
Oh,
God, I have
you
turned
can
into a
wild shape.
Pokemon.
Oh,
Temper.
Nice.
Tember.
All right.
Tember.
Okay. You good
Tember.
here? Good. Good.
I am spending the rest of the session as the Raven, only speaking in my name.
All right. I moved the flying serpent that was around my neck to being around my arm, and then I just lean my head slightly to the side, and I'm like, all right, we're good. I just walk around with a bird on my shoulder. It's fine. I picked the wrong familiar, by the way, but let's not get into that.
So, are you making any attempts to communicate anything else?
Let's see. Let's make an intelligence check. See if I can actually get something out.
All
That is
right.
a -4. Let's use the Raven's intelligence.
This should be interesting.
That makes it more entertaining.
This should be interesting. -4. Huh.
Yes.
Wow.
All right. So it looks at you.
Tember.
It says timber, timber, box, timber, box, timber, box, timber, clank, clank.
I was gonna send you the message and have you do it, but yeah, thank you.
Box. Box? And the master's like, what are you talking about? Box.
Clank,
Box,
clank, clank,
box.
clank.
Clank. And Neil's like, oh,
Clank.
that guy!
Timber, box.
Neil's
Box,
immediately
clank,
angry.
Timber.
The ghost
Tem-
knows immediately.
Neil's immediately angry. It's the eye box again! It's the eye box again!
Oh, that guy? Yeah.
Oh!
There was actually a wing touching your face, pointing back in the direction of you being followed. And I'll be able to speak,
Yeah.
but it is gesturing.
Yeah, we get it. We got it. We got it. Easy there. Easy.
Kasey's gonna bring his consciousness back to himself, and he's like, "Fucking fairy. I mean, yeah, okay, that magic spell didn't work.
It's fine. We had another eye get it.
So,
I am then going to give an exasperated sigh as the Raven, and then take off, getting back to myself.
all right. So you're coming back to your form?
I will, yes.
Okay. So what's
Alright.
what's everyone else going to do now?
I raise a hand slightly as if I were going to wave goodbye, but then remember that he's coming back, so I don't do that.
Hmm.
All right. So
Nil's just standing there, Arthur Fist, angry.
Nil's angry. Master's confused.
Yep.
Jimmy's exasperated.
A little.
Kasey
Casey's
is
vaguely annoyed.
vague and
Just
annoyed.
vaguely annoyed.
Vaguely annoyed.
Yeah.
And Bren is absent.
Bryn is still there, but she's about to walk away,
Oh, yeah.
whispering coming.
That was my finger quotes. Absent.
Yeah.
And of course, Kong actually is absent. So, so are you guys carrying on, moving, or
Yeah.
okay?
Lemon's really not reason enough to slow down in your day.
No, probably more reason to keep moving. Yeah.
Okay, so Kasey has this little question he has for the others.
Hmm?
If we are being followed by a Modron, and it's watching everything we do, and there are possibility of there being more of these, could that be where the chant is getting their information?
I don't think anybody on Earth could really get a straight answer out of Lim.
Well, in fairness, he answers everything pretty straightforward. Language is
He
just a
also
trouble.
greets people with shit like, "Hello, Burke. One does not jink the dead book today, yes?"
It's the skateboard all over again.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just heard that
Yes.
snap shut.
Mm-hmm. If that's what it sounds like, and there are, I believe, some weird phrasings in the chant itself.
I just heard Jimmy's mind snap shut. Clank.
He realized he's
I don't
had to
know.
put up with this before.
Okay, if the cant in the daily chant is like, I said it was awkward, it does not feel like Elim levels of awkward. Like, that at least, like, tries to put the cant into proper context, whereas Elim just, like, doesn't.
Let's ask the DM via the mechanism of roles. Dear Church, language is something of Jimmy's specialty.
Okay.
If he mentally compares the 5th of Regulus article with his multiple conversations with Elim, he has spoken at length.
And the ghost comment to you about that article.
Yes.
This is
Do
weird.
they feel like they line up?
Let's do an investigation roll.
Oh, I love those.
We gotta find out if a robot can feign being less intelligent than it is. Using the cant in a particularly awful way to throw you off.
So
Nice roll.
now, from your experience with Yalim in particular, you're not so sure it's him, right? But then Yalim is not your standard model rogue modron either. Like,
No, he's a little special.
he's very special. But you have interacted with other modrons. And it really makes you wonder, because of their nature, their mechanical, lawful nature, that maintaining something like a newspaper doesn't seem far-fetched. And them trying their best to make it sound like natural common speech doesn't seem far-fetched either. They all kind of struggle with the cant. So you feel like you might be onto something.
Should we take a union break?
We can, if you guys would like. Is everybody in agreement?
Are we in accord?
Yeah, I mean I'm good either way, but
Okay.
I never leave anyway, so.
That's true. The master is always here.
And apparently so is Nil.
And
since
Nil.
They're both there.
Well, I think that was the general, like, the master miss is always here.
Nice.
Just like we are all prim.
Yes,
Ghost in the shadows. Nice.
yes, yes. Yeah, no,
Okay,
we will take our
Let's
union
take
break.
our turn.
We will be back in just a few minutes. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss the second half of Don't Fear the Memer.
Da-da-da-da.
Just as the music cycles, we're back.
Hello again, everyone.
All right, so here we are standing in the street wondering where to go next. Being tailed by a freaky little modron. Not so little, they're actually pretty big. Tember is not visible currently. But, so, where are we headed? Are we going shopping? We heading back to the HQ? What's the plan?
Well, we were on the way to purchase some cookery equipment.
Do you want to purchase equipment or look into contractors first?
How well does Jimmy know the market ward, or does anybody else know it better than him? Probably. He doesn't shop that much.
Well, it depends on what you're wanting to do, first off. Now, of course, there is the Great Bazaar. It's got all kinds of stuff in it, but it's a chaotic mess of tents and stalls and kiosks and whatnot. Stone and Cog Construction's been mentioned, which is not far from the bazaar. It's just right off the gymnasium district. There was also... I had a suggestion as far as where you could go to get the appliances. Down in the lower ward, the Golden Bell Pawn Shop actually carries just about everything you can imagine. Sometimes questionable, sometimes remarkable, but always interesting.
A stolen and cursed wood stove, please.
This is a possibility. There's also other places like that, but the Golden Bell would be the best most reputable. Also, Jimmy on the DL and anyone else who has any like criminal connections or knowledge might have heard that it's possible to get some things fenced through there.
Did you say stolen and cursed wood stove?
Yes.
like the one that was in the house that Lucas burned to the ground?
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Are we talking about Get That Pie?
Yes. Tie it all in. They're all connected.
That poor farmer.
To the pawn shop. That is probably where Jimmy would go, the first port of call for the somewhat destitute looking to buy something a little more expensive than usual.
All right.
Oh, wait, my background as an investigator back in Mulholland. Oh, look. It says you can easily find the local outpost of the watch or a similar location and just as easily pick out the dens of criminal activity. And if it's a pawn shop that, sells fenced goods, I'm probably going to notice that.
Oh, yeah. Well, the Golden Bell has a reputation.
Whether it does or not is another thing.
So I'll say this. It's right on the edge of the lower ward. Just between the lower ward and the ladies' ward. If that's where you want to go.
Yes.
All right.
Of course.
So you begin to make your way to the ward. All right. So
as we walk, Jimmy voices a question to the group.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't Elim running around like leaving ritual magic all over the city or something like that?
Something like that.
How does the group respond?
Well, Kasey's got nothing to add to that.
Yeah.
Well,
Kasey wouldn't be familiar with Elim just yet.
Yes, that's expected, but Master and Nil especially, absolutely. And Tember may. He's something of a fixture here in the city, I think.
I guarantee Timber's heard of him.
Hasn't actually caught up yet.
Yeah. But no, if you ask him, Tember will definitely know about Elim.
Yeah, he's a piece of garbage.
I mean, yeah, generally he's probably a little more trouble than he's worth, but there's just something tugging at my memory for this one.
Well, I have keen mind. Do I remember it?
What are you trying to remember?
If he ever did any magic, because from what I know of his description, when I try to do something against him or to get him to go away or something like that, he always like passes his saves and like evades me or just doesn't react.
You felt a level of power in your limb that scared you a little.
Yeah, because he could just take whatever I was putting out and not be phased.
The thing runs around with death slugs.
Yeah, no.
It's already
Not
a little
fun
messed
time.
up.
And
That's
technically
not a fun
he's part death slug.
Ugh.
That's why he's so weird.
I thought it was part blue slot, or did he like level up, so to speak?
No, I think he's always been death slug, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I pulled Elim out.
I thought it was blue because I thought that Elim like was pretty much quote unquote born whenever like the slod tried to lay eggs in him.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
definitely what happened.
And I think they only come out red or blue, right?
Let me see here.
They
You got me curious. I gotta look him up now.
You may have heard
they
that
the
Allstate has new
offspring
low
or
auto rates.
people that have been
But isn't-
The slotty are weird.
Yeah,
I'll just leave it at that.
yeah, because yeah, the offspring might be red or blue, but I don't know what the lore says about the people who get to be carriers.
I love how they use this term to describe him. Lawful stupid.
Oh, I know what you're looking at.
But yeah, I'll have to look that up in a little bit. I don't want to dive too deep in here. But yeah, no, he is. That is why he's so weird. Is he has the slutty drive to reproduce and no actual means to do it. So he ends up creating spell haunts in order to do so.
I'll remind Jimmy of this.
That's what it was. God, one of these days I'm gonna have to study magic. We keep running into it all the time. I'll just wait for Draken to get back.
Yeah, sure.
Why would you assume Draken would know?
That's his one
It's not
magic.
that he
ability.
assumes it. It's that he'll shove the problem off onto Draken instead.
Yeah, when in doubt, delegate. Am I right?
He's not looking for an
Sorry.
answer. He's looking to pass the buck.
Here
You've seen
you
how
go.
we handled the mental devastation of a faction, right?
He's taken on the role of management very well.
Yes. Like a fish to water. Here you go. You deal with it. Bye bye.
So you guys make
All
your
right,
way
goodbye.
through. You guys make your way through. You're getting basically what you're looking for is kind of a block away from the Temple of the Abyss, right?
Mhm.
So you make your way
Lovely area.
through. What's that?
Lovely area.
Oh yeah, stinky as hell. Not too far from the big giant foundry. So there it is, standing near the Temple of the Abyss, the Golden Bell, the pawn shop. It's weather beaten, cracked wood, crumbling stone. Big sign out front, kind of swinging in, the nasty air that's blowing through the alley that's nearby. It's just a big giant gold bell on it. The windows are boarded up, barred, spikes and nails sticking out from it. Some razor vine around the edges of the building, and a couple destitute panhandlers sitting outside with tin cups rattling around some jink.
And yet, compared to where we live, it still seems like an upgrade.
A little bit, yeah. This is classy.
Sent you a DM, Church. I did find it.
Oh, did you? There we go.
I think we walk in.
Red. So it was red. Okay, cool. Thank you. So you walk in?
Yeah, let's, almost seems like an invasion by force. We got so many people with us.
All right, so you open the door and you immediately become face to chest with an enormous minotaur staring down at you. And as you slowly raise your eyes from his chest to his face, he snorts. You can feel the breath come across your face.
Mm.
And he grins at you. Says, "You looking for trouble?"
Nah, I'm looking for a stove. Here, let me catch away.
Stove? Yeah. What, probably got what you're looking for. You want a big stove or a little stove?
Jimmy contemplates the size of the room. He says, probably smaller.
Well, a little guy like you's gonna need help carrying it. Suppose I could throw you and it. Where are you going?
Hivewards. My man, hivewards.
Yeah, I thought I could smell that on you. Go on in. He steps aside.
Jimmy follow it.
As he steps aside, you look down and you see his cloven hooves are actually shod in like spiked iron. He's got a shining shield on his back and this enormous mace on his belt that etched into the handle of, you see the words in common, like real basic thunder flash. Like he's grinning at you. He lets you in. The inside of the shop, you can automatically tell, like, there's weapons, there's armor, there's kitchen goods, tack and harness, jewelry. There's a whole wall of spell keys as they're advertised. Holy symbols, unholy symbols. There's a big barrel full of maps and scrolls and just... There's all kinds of stuff. It's a hodgepodge, a big, crazy-looking hodgepodge. So, on the one hand, it's chaotic and disconcerting, but on the other, there's a sense of wonder about what you could find in here, you know? It's like, whoa.
Neil just starts looking around like, okay, here we go. Let's start.
Oh, yeah.
What's this? What does this do? What does that do?
Yeah, there's a lot of neat stuff in here. So, sitting behind a kind of caged-in desk at the back, you'll notice as you walk in, is a stunningly attractive woman with two small horns coming off her forehead, long black hair, emerald green eyes that kind of glow, almost cat-like, no matter what angle you look at her from. You can even see like two small, very small wings protruding from her back. She looks bored, her head resting on one hand, kind of leaned over the desk, barely paying attention to what's going on.
Do you have any knives in here?
There's a
Those are.
whole display of knives, yes. Are you asking someone?
I'm just looking around as the master, because that's the first thing I'm going to go for. And Neil's just like, I can't use any of this magic stuff.
It's funny.
I should probably go do something else.
You came in shopping for kitchen stuff, and everyone's immediately like, ooh.
What's over here?
You guys have never gone shopping in Sigil, apparently. It's a good place to shop.
They got a little bit of everything.
They do.
Jimmy's just craning his neck to look up at the Minotaur.
What you looking at there, Tall, dark, and smelly.
You get a lot of rough trade here, man? It's quite the bouncing you put on at the door.
Well, yeah, we've been robbed a lot, but yeah, I took one look at old Thunderflash here. He pats the mace at his side. They think twice.
Bolder thieves than I, let me tell you.
No.
So about that stove, you got any?
Yeah. Go up there to the desk. Talk to my girl, Marisha. She'll set you up.
Sure thing, bud. And Jimmy walks over.
To the desk?
Yeah.
Okay. So she's sitting there with her hand on her head. Barely registers that you walk up. As you do, she says, "Welcome to the Bell. We've got everything you need. What can I do for you?"
I owe a man a kitchen.
A kitchen.
Kitchen, or at least the bits to put one together. So I'm thinking at least a stove. You can't get away without a stove.
Is your jink good?
Fairly.
Are you addle-coved?
Nah.
No intention on trying to rob me.
Nah. I met your friend. Seems like a bad idea.
Well, let's do business then.
Wonderful.
So, tell me exactly what you want.
All right. Jimmy describes the room because he at least knows what size the room is.
Okay.
And he says that he has to kit it out as at least a semi-functional kitchen. And he stopped here first. He wanted a deal on some of the equipment.
All right.
Jimmy doesn't cook, and nobody has helped him out with notions here. So he's going off of kind of remembering what should go in a kitchen.
All right.
Having finished ogling everything that's on the left side of the store, Neil's gonna step over to try to help Jimmy with whatever's going on.
All right.
No, you cook?
Yes?
Ah, beautiful. Help me out here. What all we need?
Okay, I would say start with the knives. We need bowls, we need plates, we need spoons, we need, cooking utensils like spatulas and stuff like that. Wow, we have none of that.
Don't
we need a
forget
refrigerator.
work surface.
Yeah, that too. Okay, yeah.
I don't think they do fridges here.
Just start listing stuff like you need a refrigerator, you need an oven, you need a stovetop.
Oh, look. I get what you Burks came here for, and as much as I'm all about the wigwag, we're well land here. Let's skip this, all right? Because I mean, really, you're kind of giving me the yawn here. Do you have a list?
From Nils' listing, Jimmy, who may not know about cooking but is at least pretty quick on his feet, produces a very short list. Wood stove, cutting block, set of kitchen knives, pan.
Cupboards.
Nice.
Nope.
All
You
right.
can make it a wok instead
Nope.
of a pan.
A wok.
Like a deep pan.
We're cheaping out.
Okay.
Alright, so she opens up the side door and comes out. You can see her limping, like favoring one leg very much. Very much. In fact, one of her legs is atrophied a good bit. It looks like it took some sort of very severe damage at some point. As she comes out around, you can tell that she's definitely not a tiefling. Something different than a tiefling. Something probably a little more powerful.
Succubus, maybe?
No?
Nah, we met one of those.
Yeah.
Jimmy
I
can
look
probably
down at-
recognize the type.
I look down at her leg and say, "Is that recent?"
She looks at you and she goes, Are you barmy?
Jimmy's looking kind
No.
of side-eyed. Was it Nil or was it Master that said that?
No, I want to help. That's why I'm asking. I want to help.
Yeah, she's looking at you like you just insulted her.
My friend's in the healing profession, somewhat. You'll have to forgive her a little professional curiosity.
I could
She
try.
just
Hey.
she holds her hand up, just kind of shakes her head.
Hey, Church,
Yeah.
Alright. Fair.
can Kasey tell whether her heritage would be infernal or abyssal? Like devil or...
Oh, she's definitely Tannery.
Remind me again which one that is? That's the devil's, right?
She's an Alu fiend.
Right. Awesome.
She's an Alu fiend.
Something.
If that's what you were going for, yeah, I'll give that to you. Unless you're planning on attacking her, I don't think it'll come into play.
No.
I would like
I was
to
just trying to figure out.
apologize to her.
I was trying to figure out where her native language would be, whether it be infernal or abyssal.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
I would like to apologize to her for that just now. Sorry.
Yeah, she just kind of shakes her head and goes on about her business. She's not pushing it. She's not freaking out or anything. So, she goes on and she kind of starts digging around through piles of stuff. She goes, pulls out like a cast iron pipe stove. It looks really heavy, but it's very well crafted. Lots of carved filigree and, space for 4 items to be on the top. The flippable lids. She kind of waves her hand at it. She's like, this right here, I could let this go for 300.
Does Jimmy intuit that she meant gold and not silver?
Yeah, you're pretty sure.
Pawn shops don't take installments generally, so that's not going to fly.
What's the matter? You said you had to jink for this. What?
I got jink, but 300 for a used stove. I mean,
you don't understand this. This isn't just a used stove. Look. She opens up the flue. Says, look in there.
Jimmy, he does a little theatrical eye roll, kind of working his negotiation already, but he looks in the flue.
Inside is a tiny fire elemental who looks up at you and goes, "Hey, what's going on?"
Well, shit, you're right. It's not just a stove.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see this?
Well, Jimmy's the only one that looked. I mean, you can take a look. She's not closing it.
What? What's in there? I I would also like to see. Look.
You take a peek. You see the same thing. Hey, what's up?
Whoa. Hi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Huh. Wow.
This is that's Bob.
Bob?
Yeah, Bob the fire builder.
Oh. Can I be friends?
No.
Hi.
Hey, take that one up with Ginkgo.
Keep on keeping on there, Bob.
I don't.
Jimmy looks back. and says, "Yeah, I'm more used to the kinds you load like wood or coal in. They run a little cheaper than 3.
You
This
know,
would be awesome.
it's your loss.
When Master says, that would be awesome, though. Jimmy gives you some thieves can't hand talk for, did you bring extra drink with you?
Did I? No. Not particularly liquid these days, but yeah, no.
So as you're doing this, like, she's steady watching you. Like, you catch on really quick that she completely understands what you're doing.
Seems fine.
So we stand there like, turkey, potato, hand clock? Sure, no. Squash.
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 Boss,
Their case.
may I have a word with you?
Excuse me one moment. Business.
Suit yourself.
Jimmy turns around and they walk a little off away.
Back
Suitcase.
to looking around. Just like, what's over here? What's over here? What's over here? What does this do? Trying to find something that might help us in the venture.
Is the business short of cash funds right now?
I am short of the kind of money it takes to outfit a kitchen. If you want fire elementals, at least. I was pretty sure I got enough for a regular one.
What's the dark?
Well, so to speak, I could technically front a little bit towards, say, purchase of said oven.
Everybody wants Bob the Fire Builder.
Now, typically this would be very unprofessional, Kasey, and we do not usually allow associates, let alone new associates, to be contributing personal funds to the business. But this isn't really a business matter. This is more a matter of not getting evicted. Owing the man a kitchen is not in the contract, but it's looking pretty wise right now.
Right, so I could say loan the business, say, 300 gold, say.
What's over
Would
here?
that be acceptable?
What's that?
I'm gonna talk it down a little, so probably shouldn't be that much. But,
Will you allow me to try and talk her down a little?
Jimmy is amused because usually there's not a lot of people around who are confident they would do a better job at that than he would. But he has so much fun just letting Kasey do stuff so he can evaluate him.
Right on. All right.
Nell's just like shopping and like showing it to
He thinks about it.
Just like, yeah, sure.
Nah. I got this. Don't worry.
All right.
I will accept your generous offer, though.
Okay. So you want to try and talk her down?
Yeah, we'll return over to negotiating table.
So do you want to do a live action negotiation, or you want to use dice rolls?
We can back it with dice rolls if you want, but I'm willing to play it out.
Here, give me a persuasion.
Sure.
Let's see what you got.
20 coming up.
Now you said
I'm going
it.
to use
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
my hat special feature that I never use and re-roll that.
Oh, right on. There we go.
Really good call.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. Not another 1 in 400.
Wow, you have a
What?
you have a knack for breaking those odds.
That's 11. Please.
Snap.
Please.
Casey's looking across at Jimmy, just making a hash of the bargaining, and just go, "Oh dear."
No. How about this?
Maybe this will make a good dice board. Do you think you can dice up
Here.
vegetables on this?
I tell you what.
She is an outer fiend.
Yes.
Let's say that the resemblance to Falls from Grace is throwing him off his game a little.
That'll work. Here, I'll give her a. Okay.
God, she got a +4 and I got stomped. I'm so upset.
Yeah, we are having great rolls tonight.
It's a good thing this isn't a combat heavy session. Just say it.
Good God. Yeah.
So all right.
Oh my God.
So you make your pitch. What are you trying to get her down to?
I was trying to get her down to 2.
2? She goes 2. The thing comes with an elemental. Like Bob the fire builder will live in your house with you and stoke your fire. 200 gold? Bob is worth more than 200.
Hey, Church.
What's up?
I dig into my vast purse and hand over 300, and in Infernal, I'll say, I do apologize for my boss. He's just not used to talking to someone as beautiful as you.
Yeah, I've never heard that before. Thanks for the Jinkberg.
He is used to it. That's the problem.
So, yeah, I mean, an elephant is technically the result of a succubus and a human.
Yeah.
So she's heard it before.
Oh yeah.
So she walks around and puts the money in the strong box, and comes back around and says, "Do you want a bow on it, or I don't know? You got a means to travel with this thing?"
I was eyeing the boy back there. I'm pretty sure he could do it with one hand.
Yeah, he's on the clock.
Yeah, that's fair.
Look, I can ship it to wherever you need. Where are you taking it?
We give the address, or Jimmy gives the address.
The hive.
Okay.
I should
He
have
shrugs.
Yeah. 15 gold. I'll ship it.
Hell, why not?
I'm looking at the cutting boards over to the side. I'm not even involved in the conversation. I'm just like, Nils like, this would be a good cutting board. And the master's like, would you make yams with it?
Yams.
Yes! Yes, yams! See, you got it. Yams!
So they've managed to kind of wrap up the stove purchase. Make sure you guys write that down. You have a 4-pot cast iron Franklin stove with Bob the Fire Builder in it.
Oh yeah, that's going in the inventory, you know?
Oh yeah. Cutting boards. Are you looking for something fancy or just a cutting board?
Just a block of wood, please. Please, the wallet hurts so bad.
But what would fancy look like, though? I mean...
Well, there's one on display above all the others that is carved beautifully out of what has, according to the tag, at one time been the hand of a treant, still enriched with the sap that creates miracles, guaranteed to make anything you cut on it taste like magic.
Ooh.
It's only,
no, I'm not buying that.
It's only 75 gold.
Yeah, I'm not, no.
You buy that, that's your cutting board, and you can store it wherever you want.
Okay, I am incapable of understanding the scale of this for people who don't really eat. Can you explain it to me in simpler terms what that would mean?
Well, a treant is a living tree. It's a tree that just woke up one day and decided, you know what? I'm more than a tree. I'm a living tree with sentience. Their sap is, according to myth and legend, one of the most revered liquid substances you can get out of a magical forest. It's reputed to have miraculously magical properties. Anything from raising the dead and curing the worst diseases and whatnot to giving you immortality and all kinds of things. Just depends on who you talk to. They do not share this with anything that they do not trust. And generally, a treant won't even talk to a creature that lives less than 500 years. Master would be very familiar with treants. They are revered guardians of the forest.
This seems very suspicious. Both of me would like to insight check.
You're going to insight check what exactly?
A piece of
What
wood.
they said. It doesn't make sense to charge just 75 gold for something that's like valuable, like
75.
Immortality.
75 gold.
Immortality status. Like, if that's actually true, is this true? Because you could put sap from the tree outside on a board and say that anybody could say that. Just say it. Sure.
So the question is, what are you? Are you insight checking the tag?
Her and what she said about it. I don't know.
Oh no, she hasn't said anything about it. You're reading this on the tag.
Oh, okay. It's just labeled. Okay.
Yeah.
Is this really this? Really?
Is it really what?
Does this really have
Is there
a treant on it? Are you serious?
She leans forward and kind of looks through the bars down at it. And she looks you in the eyes with those uncomfortably glowing green eyes, smiles a big needle-toothed grin at you and says, "Would this face lie?"
Yes it would. No. Nah, sus. Very sus.
It's been one of those nights.
I'm probably gonna roll poorly anyway. Just let me get the one out of the way.
What are we rolling for here?
Is there any way to make an investigation check to see whether I could tell whether it actually really is a treant's hand? Like,
I'll give you a chance. Yeah.
Same. I don't know. Hey, that's better.
It's not the.
As a clueless now.
I'm gonna try to. If that's okay.
Yeah. I was gonna say, has Kasey ever spent time in a magical forest?
Well,
There you go.
Technically, his character started off in the Dale Lands and then traveled across to Mulholland. So, one, I think.
So treants weren't really your shtick, though.
No,
You
to one, only one, but that's about it.
Okay. It looks like a treant hand.
Oh, boo.
You guys are on fire tonight, man.
Jimmy's standing off to the stove.
Okay, guys,
leaning on it, saying, "If you guys get that, it's on you."
You guys are on. You guys should have brought Bryn with you, really.
Technically, we did.
Tember's waiting outside for you all to finish up and come out. He didn't think it would take this long.
A living
He's
tree.
just been like, they've been in there for a while. Should I check on them? Not
Real. But what about, okay, let's just, I don't know. Do I think this is legit from that roll? Probably.
Yeah, as far as you can tell.
Okay.
So you guys hear the You guys hear the bell ring from the door, by the way. The door just flung open.
I'll look over to it.
There's a fire genasi just walked in.
Oh, okay. You're not gonna be mad about the fire elemental in the stove we just bought, are they?
Psh, have to ask them.
Never mind.
The
this.
Minotaur actually steps aside and just kind of nods.
Assuming that this is legitimate, since it seems like it is, what are the ethics of having a living tree fashion a cutting board for your kitchen? I don't think we should get this.
The master would not be keen on it. It's a little
Okay.
insulting.
Yeah,
Kasey nudges Nil.
doesn't seem like a smart decision. Yeah?
You know, there's a really easy way to tell whether it's magical, you know?
What?
You get someone who can tell whether it's magical. Like, takes them 10 minutes, I think, if I remember right.
Oh yeah, like an. Oh, I remember somebody doing something like that. What was?
yeah.
Wait. Oh, that's not my memory. That's yours. What? What do you mean that's my memory? What are you talking about? Yeah. Do you remember Maury?
Oh no.
What?
Jimmy says, "All right, it's time to get out of here."
Oh, I thought you wanted some knives. Don't you want the knives? I got a whole set here.
How much for the knives?
Well, what kind of quality are we looking for?
Cheap.
Yeah. Let's skip the cutting board and see what the magic knives do. I can tell you're just,
Non-magical.
like antsy about it. No.
Well, I mean, I've got these. They're made out of pig iron. Dull as hell.
You can sharpen them.
I mean, they'll work. This one's a little rusty. And and then I've got these. They're nice. They got the leather bound handles. They're not rusty. They're a little better, and they're okay. I've got this set here of 5 different knives. They're actually made with very high quality steel. If you look, you can actually see the maker's mark right there on the blade. Can you see that right there?
Oh yeah, I see that. It's very nice.
And they're all right. And then I've got these. These. So there's a set behind her, like actually in the cage. They're hanging on the wall. There's 7 blades, different shapes and sizes. Like you see a paring knife, a fillet knife, a butcher knife, a bread knife, like the whole set. And there's this strange like purple hue, like an incandescence that dances across the metalwork. And the wood you can look at and just tell is ancient and well worn, like by a hand, not time. Like this thing was so used so long that it actually wore the handles smooth to the sense of like just precision. They're beautiful. They twinkle in the light. She says these were once owned by an Azamar chef who actually cooked for the gods on Mount Celestia.
Jimmy leans a little closer to her and says, "Now, I'm not going to lie to you. If somebody prepared me a dinner with those knives, I would probably burst into flame on the spot. I'll take the pig iron."
Are you sure?
Why would you burst into flames?
I'm undead.
Oh, that's sad. But you don't eat.
Wait. You're also... Wait. No. Scrap that.
Jimmy is just looking
Well,
at the proprietress and says, I know how to play when my opponent is this much better than me. I'll take the pig iron and get out of your hair. Thanks for the stove.
Well, now, before you make a hasty decision, let's be honest here. I get where you're coming from. I mean, who wants a bunch of celestial dinner knives, right? Right?
I'm sure somebody does, and I wish them the very best with their drastically lightened wallet.
Look, this isn't some type of cross trade, right? Just,
How much are they?
I'm.
No, can't help it.
What?
Don't go toward the lights.
They sparkle. Look, it could be a glamour spell, but they look cool.
Oh, these, since you guys have already done a good bit of business here, and you're starting to grow on me. I would let these go for 100 gold.
Oh, that's a lot.
I assure you,
Fire
they. What's that?
The fire genasi is going to walk up and is like, all right. Are these bastards looking for kitchen supplies?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
Hi. We're fire themed today because there's the elemental and then there's you.
Fire builder.
Hi.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because I cook. I can
Weird.
get these guys what they need.
Oh, well, obviously you'd be able to see the quality of these then.
Bunch of bastards starting out. Don't need knives that good. Just give them the set of the 5 steel knives and then get them a cutting board. And they're gonna need a few trenches too. Maybe a cauldron and a ladle. Go along with it.
Well,
But the knives
all right,
are
well,
so
if you want-
cool.
the high quality steel. Is that where we're going with? I mean,
Pig iron.
I could come down to 80.
Pig iron.
Wait,
I want that iron to onk.
is this Basher working with you, or?
Never seen them before in my life. I thought they were working for you. That was a good sales pitch.
Oh.
I want to keep looking at the knives.
We are going to go bankrupt in a damn pawn shop. I will make rolls for us to get out of here.
Would you like to hold this chiv and have a look? Just feel it in your hand.
I have so many questions. Which one of me understands the significance of that? Like,
Bunch of bastards starting out. Don't need magic anything. Just give them
which one of
something to
me-
get them started.
Which one of me would understand
Okay.
the significance of knives from Celestia? That's the first question. Because a regular old human wouldn't get that at all.
Well, I mean, you're in Sigil.
Yeah, but
Like you've run into angels and demons on the regular. They're common.
All right. At this point, Tember walks in because he's been standing outside expecting them to come out, and he doesn't know what's going on.
he just turns to the lady
Alright.
like, yes, I would kind of like to see.
Well, so with one hand, she pushes the steel knives over to the fire genasi and says, "Yeah, that'll be 25 gold." And for you, since you want to see this, she takes down like the butcher knife, kind of flips it over handle first, and hands it to you.
Okay. I hesitantly reach out and take it, like, oh, this is cool.
You take it; it's perfectly balanced. Like it just feels good in your hand. Like you feel like you could do some Food Network level nonsense with this thing.
Oh man, this is insane.
Like you just want to chop
I-
a radish into tiny pieces for some reason.
Oh, like the
Yeah, totally.
That would be so cool.
And you know what would make it even better? A tree in hand cutting board.
Oh no! I'm being lured in.
What is going on?
You know,
I'm being bamboozled.
They need to keep going? What? Why are we still here?
So as
Timber, I'm beginning to ask this question.
as
We were
Timber
being
walks
followed,
in,
remember?
as Timber walks in, she kind of looks around and says, "Oh, we're getting crowded," and she yells back, she says, "Pincher, Pincher, get up here! We got a load of fine people."
Lovely customers.
So a human guy comes out of the back.
We haven't seen the pans yet. What about the pans? What if the pans are even better?
So he comes out from the back and walks up to the fire genasi and says, "I think these were 25 gold for the knife set."
Yeah. You got a cutting board, a pot, ladle, and some trenches?
We actually have a tree in hand cutting board. It's pretty amazing.
I ain't looking for magical items. I just want normal ass cooking utensils here.
Oh, well, all right. Well, so he will actually get together because you sound like you're adamant about normal items. He'll get together pretty much a normal setup of everything you need. Let me see here. Let me get my price list up for the normal items.
Would Neil be allowed to hand the butcher's knife to the master?
Yeah.
Who is up until this point has been like shaking his head, like really, they're just knives. They're just knives. Doesn't matter at all. And then he's handed the knife, and he's like, "Ooh, but wait a minute."
But wait, there's more.
But wait a minute. Wait a minute.
But wait, there's more.
So what about those prices?
So let's see here. Sundries. Here we go. Zoom in. Dun, dun, dun. All right. So yeah. Let's see, 2, 4, 8, 15. So the cutting board, the cutlery, 4 pots, and a cauldron, you said?
I said cauldron, I meant pot, but yeah, and a ladle.
And a ladle. Say about 50 gold for all of it. Just standard common.
Hey, can't cut me a deal for getting a set bonus here?
Give me a persuasion roll.
Incoming. Boom!
Oh, jeez.
That's insane!
31!
That's insane!
Dang.
Are you kidding me?
Dang.
Oh my god.
I knew I had no choice, but I wanted to roll anyway.
Oh my
Dang.
god.
So-
That's insane. That's
Dabs.
insane.
Yeah. So yeah,
That's insane.
that'll
Oh, that's insane.
that'll get you half price. Uh-oh.
That's insane.
Weird.
All right.
Oh my, that's insane.
I'll take that deal.
Dang, man.
How?
So I hand him the 25 gold.
Yeah. So there's your standard items.
That's insane.
And I'm going to hand him over to Jimmy and say, "Hey, for you. I'm Lucia." Holds out her hand.
Jimmy reaches out to shake. The look on his face is uninterpretable. There's a lot of emotion there right now, and you're not sure what any of them are unless you have a very high insight check.
Can I make it? I'm curious.
Yeah, go for it.
Wait.
So,
Okay, yeah. So, apparently I can make insight checks, and even if I roll awful, minimum I can roll is an 8.
okay.
Apparently.
Go ahead.
So,
There's a number in my mind. I will give you info if you beat it.
Okay,
That was not
I
the
roll-
number.
I rolled a 4, so it becomes an 8. Therefore, my roll is 14.
That does not beat the number. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
It's all good.
Jimmy is obviously feeling some feelings right now, but he is otherwise inscrutable.
Yeah.
So, Nil or Master, whoever is enticed by the other knife set,
Yes.
so let's... She's gonna turn on the charm hard and try to, like, hard sell this thing for you.
Oh no.
Counter charm. In reaction, I want a counter charm.
Oh no, she's not actually charming
Not the
charm.
charm spell.
No, she
Okay.
just turn on the charm. I forgot this is D&D. I have to be careful saying stuff like
This is
that.
a semi-legitimate business, please.
So she's gonna try to persuade you to buy it. At 70 gold. I think Nil was the one that was really enticed to begin with.
Generous 5 gold discount.
So 70 gold. Oh, like I rolled terrible. You have a chance to beat it.
With what? What do
I
I roll?
just do a persuasion roll on your end. That's what we'll do for this. You're gonna try and persuade her not to talk you into it.
I mean, yeah, it.
You just
Or
gotta
you can do
beat
a
an
charisma
11.
save.
We really don't need to do this right now. I mean, there are all sorts of reasons why we shouldn't do this.
Oh!
Oh, good God.
Reroll that.
But
No.
what?
Oh.
There you
What
go. No, there are all sorts of reasons why we shouldn't buy these. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot. I mean, it's a good set of knives, but I mean, it.
That's your choice. It's fair. Fair enough.
I mean,
You guys have spent a good bit
down
of
a little
money.
more.
You have spent a
Alright.
good bit of money. Is there...
Jimmy addresses her briefly.
Okay.
I mean,
Thanks for the stove. I'm not going to say that this has made the day much better, but hell, we got a stove now. I will be back to try and get the better end of a deal, though maybe on something a little smaller.
Well, before you go, I do have one other thing that might be perfect for your renovation. I don't show this to just anybody, but I feel like we have a good working relationship.
If I wasn't already dead, I'd be dying inside. But curiosity is a real bitch sometimes. Hit me.
So, a big problem you run into here in Sigil, especially if you keep in a kitchen, is preservation.
really, a refrigerator, really?
Sprinkler system.
Come on, here we go.
So-
Here we go. Let me see it.
She pulls up this kind of little chest and puts it on there. It's a decent sized chest. Looks like it's made out of wood, banded with iron. Kind of pats the top of it. She says, anything you put in this box will never spoil. Ever.
Can we put Jimmy in the box?
I
Suppose if
already
you,
don't spoil.
suppose if you could fit him. She opens it up, and these little tendrils of like gray mist kind of snake around just above the surface. You can see it moving, kind of like dry ice would. She reaches in. She pulls out an old sausage. She says, this is older than anyone in this room. This is a dire sausage.
Oh,
In Infernal, I might say. So, a sausage from hell.
Yeah.
This is gonna be great. Can we wield it as a weapon? Can we please? Oh my goodness.
I don't
Buy
know.
the chest, take out the sausage. We actually go to the infernal planes and then take it out like huzzah! And just the wet slap sound.
Oh no.
yeah.
Oh, this game's
Jimmy
going
says,
weird
"Man."
places tonight.
So sorry.
Man, I have made a number of terrible mistakes in my life. I'm trying to not make another. Please, keep your box of sausages. If these, my friends, want it real bad, they might come back for it.
How much
I look forward to receiving the stove.
Never.
You have a good one.
We never heard
Huge
how much it
19 persuasion, Jimmy the Mouth smile. We are leaving.
Oh wait,
Okay.
Can I do something?
can I try and
You know.
counter?
How much?
Wait.
I want to try and counter.
How much
Temper,
is
do
the
something.
Yes, what do you want to do, Tember, before I roll this?
I want to cast Detect Magic.
Oh my god, are you serious? In here?
You're gonna go blind.
An actual cast Detect Magic, not the ritual. Oh, awesome.
Oh,
Let's see if that cut.
you can
goes
cast
the real
it, but the whole room's gonna light up.
thing. I've gone blind.
This is like a Griswold family Christmas tree getting plugged in. That's what this is gonna look like.
I just want to see if the items are the item is real, or if she's faking.
Oh no, it lights up. Yeah, it's definitely magical.
Alrighty.
Cutting board. Cutting board.
If someone points stuff out, I will look at other things like knives and cutting boards
Yes,
because
yes,
I actually
yes.
have.
Yes, please.
I have Detect Magic.
Look
Good
at
boy.
everything in here, even the Minotaur, is lit up. Everything.
The last thing I want is to get these home and find out they're mundane and they've just been cast, like, glittery was cast on it or whatever.
Fool's gold.
Yeah.
Technically,
know-
there is a spell that does that, and I think it's what, second level.
There is, yeah.
How much
She
is
she
the sausage?
she didn't she failed her roll to overcome Jimmy's persuasion.
How much is it though? We never found out how much it is.
Are you asking her?
To Jimmy, it doesn't
Yes.
matter.
Oh, well, if you're
He's
asking
out.
her,
He's walking. He's going.
Yeah, I'm asking.
she says this is actually extra dimensional space I'm selling you here.
Really?
Yeah, she puts her arm in and it goes all the way up to the elbow and says, still not hitting the bottom.
Whoa.
Jimmy?
How much is it?
Hey, Tember.
Seen that before.
150.
I'd like a word with you tomorrow, but I think I'm gonna head back home and I will meet you bright and early tomorrow. We could have a conference.
I was gonna do it tonight, but you're right. It's gotten pretty late, and I am thoroughly demoralized. So do come
No.
by.
I feel like the chance
Also,
to bring
There is
Extra
something
dimensional
following us.
the
or
chance to
following
get this
you.
can't pass me.
Heading off the
Cannot.
street might be a good idea.
This is so cool.
Will
Just
do.
the meta
Thanks, Tember.
joke of it would be hilarious.
Do you want to buy it?
How big is the chest? Is it like a hope chest or like a big?
Like a footlocker.
Okay.
Do you want to buy it? 150 gold?
Can I
I-
try to use the previous persuasion to be like, I only have 200 gold.
Oh, no, we got to hold a whole new persuasion rolls.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it
'cause I
ain't
wanna get the
Lucian
knives
there doing the talking.
Let's see what you got.
Yeah.
Here, I'll roll for her too, since she's trying to persuade you.
Oh no.
Oh, look at
I'm
that.
gonna fail this so hard. I can already feel it.
I rolled a 10.
Mm.
Come on, you can beat that.
Look, even my rolls are going terrible. Come on.
Oh god. Come on. Don't. Yes!
There you
Oh,
go.
Nicely done.
Woohoo!
Finally, someone rolls a number on a dice higher than 10.
Ahem.
Yeah. I suppose.
You're right. I'm sorry.
I mean,
20s
she
count.
rolled a 31. That was insane, but yeah.
That
So-
was nonsense.
I suppose I could come down to 100.
Oh yes, I can do this. I can do this. This would be so cool. Oh my goodness.
Are you taking it?
Jimmy is
Our
dying.
house is gonna be epic. Are you kidding me?
Jimmy is dying. This is like taking actual me to the kitchen supply store.
Oh,
So Jimmy's on his way out.
This hurts bad because it's too much like real life.
Can I roll a wisdom check to make sure this isn't the stupidest thing I've ever done?
No.
No, you sure? You sure? Because I'm gonna get this outside and it's gonna turn into a shoebox and like a flip knife, like a switchblade, and that's all it's gonna be. Like the whole shebang is just magical farce, right?
Lucy is gonna look at you and be like, "Oi, all you need's a good larder. Come on."
But is this real though?
It's it's a pawn shop. I wouldn't trust it.
Here, I'm gonna say that you're pretty much making the purchase, right?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know anymore.
The box
I
is
don't
pretty
know.
real.
I'm being gaslit by the DM. I don't know.
The box is pretty
I don't
real.
know. I don't know.
If you ask, Tember told you it was magical. Didn't go any more details than that,
Yeah,
but it was
but
magical.
it could be flashy magic. It makes it look like cool, and it's just the same set of steel knives. With just
It
more
magically
story.
produces hell sausages whenever you put your hand inside.
Why would we not buy that? That's insane.
That's fucking awesome. Endless
Buy
supply
it
of
for the
sausage.
story.
Yeah.
That would
Buy
be
it for the
great. That would
story.
make the money back.
Abyssal
Buy it
dire
for the story
sausages.
only. You buy
Oi.
it for the story, right?
Go ahead, buy it. 100 gold.
No, I don't know.
Do you want to go halves?
There you go. There you go.
I'm dying. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I
Last-
don't know.
last
Is this a good
chance.
decision?
Last chance.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna
All
buy
right.
the dire sausage chest. I'm gonna
All
buy
right.
the dire sausage chest. You're getting this chest. And the knives too, by the way. Yes.
And the
Let's double
knives.
down. Let's get both of them.
All
Okay.
right, all
Let's
right.
do it.
Let's do it.
Ugh. I'm gonna be an idiot. I'm gonna go all the way and just be an idiot.
So is
I'm gonna
that
get these outside and it's gonna be just garbage.
175
Caveat.
gold altogether?
She said 70.
Oh, did I? Sorry.
She
170.
hard sold me 70. So
170. I'm sorry.
okay. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. I don't know. It's
All right.
stupid, but let's do this.
All right,
It's the
there
dumbest
you
thing
go.
I've ever done, but we're gonna go.
Write them down. You got them. So with that, she says, "Well, I appreciate your business very much." She kind of shakes the lockbox.
I'm sorry.
And she says,
I'm so
"I'll
sorry.
I'll get that stove delivered to you right away." In fact, Jimmy, was it? I heard them call you Jimmy.
Yeah.
Here. She hands you the 15 gold for the delivery fee. Says, "You guys did so much business. This one's on me. It'll be
I
there.
appreciate it.
It'll be there in the hour." What is this? The address? She holds it up, written down.
I check it. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
So she goes, "Just a second." She licks her pinky, carves a sigil in the air in front of her, makes a circle around it, and a portal opens up. And you see your front doorstep. She lifts it up like it's nothing. The stove. Shoves it through. Closes the portal. It'll be waiting.
Mighty good of you. I'll see you when I see you. And Jimmy's just out. He's out.
Head down.
Not head down, but that look is still on his face. She's welcome to insight check it.
She doesn't need to.
Nil hands the chest to the master, who just takes it like, all right, here we go. And then we pack the knives up, assuming that they're in like a sleeve or whatever.
They're
Roll.
yeah, they are.
Okay, and then just wrap those up in the little bundle, and I'll carry those in hand, right?
All right.
And I'm like, thank you, Marisha.
Most welcome. Please come again very soon.
Jimmy stops by Lucia, was it?
Yeah.
I can pass up the dire sausage. I'm so
He holds out his hand for another handshake. If you accept it, he'll say something to you.
Yeah, she accepts.
He shakes your hand and he says, "At least somebody got the better end of the deal. Don't know why you felt like contributing to the kitchen fund, but thanks."
Hey, I'm here on a favor. If you need any more help with kitchen shopping, I mean, I'm free to tag along.
This is gonna be
Who's
awesome.
calling in favors for us for this?
Just calling in a favor for a friend.
This is gonna be awesome.
Apart from a few people in this room and a few people on other planes, I don't have friends.
Uh-oh. Poor
This
Jimmy.
is gonna be so cool.
He's suspicious, is why.
Oh, still. Poor Jimmy. It just sounded so sad.
Single tear goes down Draken's cheek somewhere.
He said other planes. He was thinking of Draken when he said that.
Oh.
Rip.
His Jimmy is sad though.
Jimmy's sad he got ripped off this hard. Not about that.
Just take
I
the
mean,
box
hell's
and
bells.
follow
I was
behind.
just pointing here. I don't know what else to tell you, but I'm here.
Just another one for the pile. See you around.
What are you investigating there?
I've just whispered you about that.
Oh, sorry. But, once again, I don't get the pings in Discord, so I'm
I
sorry
know.
if I miss them.
I was just about to say it out loud that I was whispering it, but yeah.
Hmm. Can you give me a little more specifics?
Yeah.
You can.
Voice inflections like that. Something about it just seems like, especially what they just said.
Mhm.
Is this newcomer male or female, by the way?
Female.
Okay. Yeah, the voice inflections, things like that. Like, have I heard this voice before, kind of thing? Does any about it seem familiar?
No, not in the least bit.
And I'm going to memorize the voice inflections, the way certain words are said, things like just try and keep that in my mind for
All right.
another occasion.
All right. Well, I'll say that because there was nothing that would have necessarily set you off. But if you feel like it would have,
You know, as it's something that I have done in the past myself.
yeah, I will say, Bryn, can you give me a deception check? Just to be fair.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't pick up anything.
Nope. Nothing. Just a fire genasi. Who happened to be, as she said, helping out with a favor to a friend. Much to your benefit, though. So.
Oh, most certainly.
So where are we headed from here?
What time of day is it?
It's like, I think at this point, after all this wheeling and dealing, we'll say it's getting into late afternoon.
Since we're rapidly approaching the end of our playtime, can we potentially off-screen an interaction at the Cogginstone?
Just for the
floor repairs. If we're going to put a stove in there, we might need a floor.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. The Cogginstone, as interesting a place as it is, I'll just kind of go into what it was. The Cogginstone is run by a Githyanki deserter, a centaur ant, and a weirdo from somewhere out in the Outlands. You really you'd have a hard time placing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's quite a motley little crew running the place.
Archibald?
No, not Archibald. So they'll do the job. They're very, very busy though.
Mm.
But things have fallen off because Harris Hatches is not representing them like he used to.
Oh no.
But yeah, they still have some busy. They'll be able to get to it, say within a week or so. They actually work a lot in the hive, so you came to a good place.
Good times. Good times.
Can we say, like, just as a note that, like, maybe Lucia told Jimmy this on the way up there, since I kind of said it out of character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say we got some more friendly advice.
Because she did say that she was tagging along. She was free.
No, that's no problem.
Yep. Jimmy arranges payment on completion for that particular job.
I know, that's fair. They're weirdos, but they're professional.
Mm.
They kind of go over the potentiality, what you want versus what's practical, and some affordable options, different types of wood, that type of thing. What kind of package you're looking for? You want basic? Do you want sturdy? Do you want premium?
Jimmy simply says, "Come down, see the building, survey it yourself. We just need it fixed."
Lucia will throw in putting in a larder if the room doesn't have one already.
Okay, it doesn't. So,
Larder, we have a box of sausages.
I have a box of sausages. I'm the one who made the purchase, and I don't know what it is. I don't even know if it's
she's
going to make it
still
home in
sus.
this condition.
So,
no, that's fine.
Yeah, she's still sus, so Lucia's got to bring up the larder.
Okay.
Yeah.
While we talk about things, then I own an oven.
Oh.
Same.
No,
Yeah.
my dear sir, you
I'm
have
the idiot who
loaned
made
a
the
portion
purchase.
of money for another.
This is true. This is true.
I'm the idiot who made the purchase, so I bear the responsibility of dealing with it when it turns into a cardboard shoebox. It's probably gonna. Come on.
So,
May we fast forward to headquarters?
yes, we may follow.
And I'm a master craftsman.
This is true. We will fast forward to headquarters.
Jimmy walks in. Zill!
Zill comes stomping up the stairs. Dump, 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 dump. No, it's Jimmy. Oh God, it's Jimmy. He lives here. No, we're not sleeping with each other. God, he just slams the door.
What? I'm sorry.
Why am
Who
I
are you
think-
talking to?
Why am I thinking of Howard from The Big Bang Theory?
Zill, buddy.
So yeah, Zill
Why would
comes stomping upstairs.
Why would he say my name?
Wait, who?
You said nil. We're not each other.
I said
He
no.
said Zill.
No.
Is it nil?
No, I said
No,
no.
you
They're
didn't
not
say
sleeping
no.
with each other. I didn't say no. I
No?
promise.
Okay. All right. Retcon. No. Never mind. I heard nil. I'm sorry. Maybe because I'm looking at my own name. Ugh.
Zill, buddy. Listen, have I got news
Nil,
for you?
The flying
What?
serpent named Chris. Great.
What?
Sorry.
What did you do?
You will shortly be the owner of what might be the finest kitchen in the hive.
Does this mean? How much is this going to cost me?
Now, that's the question here. So, we are out an amount, and, this is partly something that, I'm doing for you. Obviously, we caused some trouble. We're getting the floor repaired. Floor repairs are on me. That's my bad. got me out of a tight scrape, so I'll pocket that one.
Okay.
The stove, though, you can come see it. Actually, it's right here.
Are you down in the broken room?
No, we're just like on the front stoop, probably with the stove.
Oh, okay. So he looks at it and he's, yeah, that's a big cast iron monstrosity.
Beautiful. Look at this filigree, 4 burners. Come over here, say hi to Bob. He pulls the flue back.
He looks in. He goes, why does everything in my house want to talk to me?
Honestly, couldn't tell you. Jimmy looks down. Bob, you much of a talker?
Yeah. Yep. Nope. Always gone for a good chat.
Good to know. Good to know. But finest stove in the land.
Just, I tell you what, make it happen, and we'll space it out over some rent deductions and.
Of course. Let me make you a little receipt. Jimmy actually has the written list from the pawn shop.
Okay.
Well,
Now-
remember, you've got 4 pots, a ladle, a 5 steel knife set,
Mm-hmm.
and golly, what else did I say?
You did get a
Yeah, all
cauldron.
that stuff.
Yep, so Jimmy's striking stuff off the list. He says, now this is technically Nils, and this is technically Nils. And these were freebies from a friend. So really, it's just this one. He circles the stove and the 300 gold.
Did you have to get one that had something that talks in it? I mean, granted, I know there's literally a lot to burn here, but
It's going to keep all the soot off your building, Zil.
yeah,
Fire elemental burns clean.
yeah.
You don't want soot on your building.
It is.
Jimmy, it's the hive.
Just gonna say that.
My building's covered with soot anyway.
It's mostly on the outside, though, and we should probably try and keep it that way.
Fair. Yeah, you know what? I trust you with this, Jimmy. Just let's maybe avoid knocking holes. Just in the future.
Absolutely. And we got the best of the best. We got Cogginstone coming, patch up the floor.
Oh God, Cogginstone.
They're oddballs, but they do good work. You know they do good work.
Did he say "oh good" or "oh God"?
Oh
Yeah,
God.
I don't know which. Oh, okay.
No, Jimmy, that's fine. That's fine. He opens up his book and says, look, just not now. Stop. Look, I gotta go. Jimmy, we'll talk more in a little bit, okay?
Mm-hmm. All right. Good chatting with you, Zil.
He hangs his head down, like, he's having a rough night for some reason. You're not really sure what's going on with Zil, but something's up. He's like just totally stressed.
Ah,
Would I be
another
allowed
day, another problem pushed off.
would I be allowed to try to see what we have in the way of stuff that I could try to start fixing this up and preparing
Pretty
to
sure we can fix up
to
a
see
hell
what
sausage.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I want to see what else is in there. Is that the only thing? Is the dire sausage the only thing that's in the box? Is it still a preservation box? Have I been duped? Is any of this
Before we do that, everybody
clambering
grab
away?
a side. We need to heave this thing inside or else somebody's going to make off with it.
So, yeah. So you guys bring all the kitchenware into what will be your kitchen.
No, doesn't help. I have a -2 to strength. I'm not gonna roll for that.
So like I'm gonna put you all down there.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's in the kitchen.
Hey,
Even Pohan.
nice.
There you go. Boom. Everyone's in the kitchen. Gathered around. You're bringing things in, cleaning things out, putting space in. You get everything kind of put, not ready to go, but at least ready to be put in, a set to go, let's say. It'll be about a week for the contractors to come in, fix the hole. Excuse me. They're also going to need to lay a slab to put the stove on so it doesn't burn the wood underneath it, that type of thing. And then the larder, which will probably go in the internal corner here to keep it dry away from the outside of the building.
Jimmy looks around at the Bob stove and Mill, I assume, fawning over her magical cookware.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know if this is gonna stick around. Does it still seem the same way it was when I bought it? Like,
yeah, doesn't seem like anything's changed.
Huh.
Still got a hell sausage, Mill?
Rummage. Yes.
Well,
good.
Now the box is cool. You put your hand in, like it feels like you're reaching into a freezer.
Oh, this is cool.
But it goes like all the way to your shoulder, like, and you're still not hitting anything.
Hello? I'm trying to like looking into it like, hello?
But-
I've seen how some of these things work. Perhaps imagine you're reaching for something in particular, like a carrot, for example.
I try to reach for a
maybe-
carrot.
You grab a hold of something.
Ooh. What?
Hell sausage. Hell sausage.
I pull it out.
Hell
carefully.
carrot! Hell carrot!
I pull it out carefully.
You pull it out. It's a large, well-preserved carrot.
I take out the carrot and I take out the knives
Okay.
and I try to start slicing the carrot with the knives.
All right. So the knives cut through the carrot like it's barely even there. Every
Like
cut
butter.
is precise, straight, and just smooth.
The master's like, step aside. Step aside.
The knife is perfectly balanced. So, give me a d20 roll, please.
Oh,
As you're
no,
cutting.
I don't hope it on that one. This, my fingers are like butter too. I am aware of this. Okay.
Butter.
All right. So
Okay.
yeah, you just cut through the whole carrot like it's nothing. Yeah, you get so enthusiastic about it before you know it, it's diced.
Ooh.
So
Oh, this is gonna be so cool. But we shouldn't have these here with Jimmy here. He can't eat off.
Potato.
I'm actually curious. And
Uh-huh.
Jimmy reaches down to grab a cube of carrot.
okay.
No.
Do you eat it?
Yeah, why not?
It's kind of flavorless to you, but
Are you gonna be okay?
it doesn't hurt you.
Oh.
Yeah, I think so.
Hey.
Probably not a lot of transfer off the knives, although I'll let you do the cutting. I wouldn't want to know what happened if I pick one up.
That's true.
Let us never speak of this again.
Okay.
Maybe into the session there.
This is so cool.
All right. Well, Pohan's gonna go back to bed. Does anyone have anything else they need to do before we call it?
I think the master is gonna like try to start learning how to grab the knives and try to like wield them and show Nil stuff for like cooking, since the master cooks but was never asked.
All right. So the two of you are off in your own corner with the knives and a cutting board, just
Right.
practicing.
Jimmy
Right.
did ask who could cook, and y'all never responded.
Yeah.
The master's always been a little secretive.
Yeah. And you guys, I guess, out of character, didn't notice that I didn't know who Mori was. That's okay.
Who, the
I thought that
master?
was Neil speaking.
Yeah, no. That's the problem with my voice. Same for both of them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
I will
we'll
keep that in mind for
That was
later, though.
supposed to
That
be
is
a hint.
concerning.
yeah.
That was supposed to be a hint. Yeah.
Make a mental note for next time.
Mhm.
Yeah. Just
Alright.
deal with that later. It's fine.
Yes, we will deal with this.
Yeah.
So, does anyone else have anything else they want to try to do before we call it?
I guess into the night we sleep. Right?
Well, I
Oh.
think Jimmy wants to do one thing with the group before, like when we pick back up with the next session, before everyone sleeps.
Nah, Tember
Okay.
said he wouldn't be back till tomorrow, so Jimmy's now planning for conference early.
Yeah.
Oh.
Early of the next morning.
Okay.
I'm gonna be.
I
I'm gonna be.
don't know where
sending-
we are with long rest. I'm just gonna.
Right. I'm gonna be sending Hicks off to where the vendors normally sell the chant, and just gonna be telling her that, you know, keep your eye on the vendor, look at the vendor, don't be distracted by butterflies. Again, please, just watch the vendor. And then when they get the papers, follow the person who brings them the papers.
Sounds good.
And don't be distracted by butterflies, or the sun, or plants, or anything else. Just follow.
That works. It was an interesting shopping trip, to say the least.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So yeah, no, and that's fine. So yeah, so Neil and the master practice their cutlery skills. Some of you have your own private things that you do as you're going on about your own way. Jimmy's probably going to have a small cry and a stiff drink.
This is, it's been a minute. It's been a minute since somebody played
You know
so hard.
why it didn't work? You didn't have shadow puppets behind you.
Oh, God, that would have helped, you know?
That's fair. That's fair.
They would have helped.
They really would have. Well, in that
Jimmy's
case,
sitting at his desk pondering his relationships with women and wondering where it all went wrong.
As we
Oh,
all do.
one woman might be twigging to you.
Well, he's thinking more generally right now. He used to be a lot better at this.
all right. Well, in that case, as is tradition, I'm going to prepare us here to raid someone, because that's a thing. Still getting used to this concept. I'm going to just pick a random D&D channel for all you cats watching. Level Up TTV's playing some D&D. The Darkened Queen and the Shadowed Rose episode 3. So we'll pass on to them. Maybe we'll make some new friends.
Mm-hmm.
But it has been fun. I have to say, this is one of the first times I think I've done a full-blown shopping trip for kitchenware in a game of D&D. We have a lot of firsts here on Homebrew RP. A lot of firsts.
Still not sure. Still not
That
sure
was
a
my
good
first
idea.
over 30.
That was
Jacob got his
insane.
last session and I got mine this session. Woohoo!
Oh yeah, and we had another 1-400 roll. That was
Yep.
interesting.
Yikes.
We're breaking the mold, breaking the odds. This is good. This is good. So, I will go ahead and make the alterations to our lovely isometric map here of Stapleton headquarters, and we'll get that kitchen on display hopefully soon, probably by next session. So for those of you joining us tonight, so those of you who are joining us in the future, and those of you who are joining us in the past.
So ourselves, basically.
Yeah.
Hey,
Or
we
time
need to be nice
travelers.
to time travelers.
It could be time travelers. We want to be fully inclusive.
Watching VODs are a thing.
Oh yeah.
For those joining us in the past, it's nice to eventually meet you at
Yes.
some point in the future.
And
Avoid 2020. Skip the whole year.
Yeah, just
1
no.
out of 10 do not recommend.
Yeah.
No.
And some of us are chronologically challenged anyway, so.
Fair.
Recently, yes.
But yes, it has
All
been
our
a pleasure.
dearest friends. Good night.
Good night. And we'll be back Monday for Beyond the Veil.
Yeah.
And next week we're back at Cairn, returning to the underwater caverns.
Yikes.
It's been fun. We will see you guys very soon. We're going to raid these cats. And 10
Good
seconds.
night, everyone.
Good night. Good night.
Night.
Good night.
Good night.